It's Monday morning. I wanted to get there and be right on time and all that good stuff, but things happen. Wasn't able to make it out of my house on time. Probably could have, but didn't leave early enough. Couldn't shake the weekend fast enough. But it is what it is. I get there when I get there. There was a Cat Williams meme. They know what's going to happen when I show up. They know what I come to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can complain all they want if they see me walk in the door 15 minutes after I'm supposed to be walking in the door, or 20 or whatever, and that's valid. But you know that my 8 hours is different from the average person's 8 hours. Now, granted, I have standards for myself. I do. And that's the reason why, unprompted, I kind of talk about it myself. I kind of self-regulate and say, despite the fact that I can get away with this now, it's not something that I really want to push the envelope on. And then also, I like to be there earlier, because the earlier you get there, I'm not this morning person. Like, y'all remember back in the days in the wintertime, you had to start your car way before you got outside. Like, now you can just walk outside in the middle of winter, turn your car on, and then just start driving like nothing happened, because they make cars differently and whatever. But back in the day, I remember having to go out. My dad would tell me start the car, and I would have to go out in the snow and the cold and stuff and turn the car on, and then we would leave the car on for like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, just to make sure that it wasn't going to stop on us on the way to the destination, usually school for the most part. That's me. I always use that as a comparison for me in the morning. I don't just spring out of bed and I'm like, let's go. I'm like, give me a minute. Please don't talk to me right away. I need some time to warm up. I need some time to, for my brain to start braining in the morning. Hey Cass, you have also been surprisingly early to these things. Normally, you would be in the Discord at 11 o'clock talking to Mom, being like, I just woke up. Good morning, Jacqueline. So I titled this Vince's Angels because I have noticed something about Vince's game. And when I say I've noticed something about Vince's game, I don't mean I made some kind of super discovery, but I just mean I'm pointing out something that I have indeed noticed about the game of Vincenzo. So Vincenzo, everybody, we talked yesterday about somebody. I just saw uh-oh and I refreshed, because uh-oh doesn't mean anything to me. So they go to the orphanage every Saturday, Wednesday, whatever. You get what I'm saying. This person is, as much as they are the biggest tyrant in the world at work, they have a heart of gold outside of the house. And I sit there and I say to myself, well, we are at work more than we're outside of the house. Like somebody who works a 40-hour work week, if you think about it, in a technical sense, okay, let's say the average person drives or commutes 30 minutes to work and back. So that's a short time, because mine is more than that. But let's just say the average person is about an hour total. Hour to get to work, an hour to get back, 8 hours in the office. So that's 9 hours of your day, right? And let's just put the traditional 9 to 5 in there. You leave your house 8:30 in the morning to get there for 9, or let's say you leave your house 8:15, counting for traffic, and then you finish at 5 p.m. Traffic again, you hit traffic again, you get home like 6, right? 10 hours of your day is gone. You probably did not really get up in the early morning to do anything, and if you did, it was not much significance. Like sometimes I get up and go to the gym, which I missed this morning, unfortunately, but sometimes I do get up for that. And then, but the biggest chunk of your me time or whatever is when you leave work. So you get home at 6. Who knows when you go to bed? But if you have to get up at 9, you know that you can't reasonably be up for more than 4 hours. 4 hours taking us to like 10 o'clock. And then you probably have some errands. You might have to go to the grocery store, the laundromat. My point of the matter is, even if you're out of work technically more than you're in work in a work week, you're not doing anything outside of work for 7 to 8 hours of your time. So the way that you are, it might be a little bit magnified, right? Or it might bring out some of the worst parts of yourself, being in certain environments and being around certain people. I'll always give them that leeway, but the personality traits have to be there in the first place to magnify them in the first place. That's what I always say. I need to, more often. I didn't know you could. I can always see the comments. I can always see the comments. What does happen, the only other way that I can tell is when I'm talking and I see 6 people in the chat and then all of a sudden I see 0, because I'm like, how did I have 6 engaged people in this conversation and then all of a sudden it went from 6 to nothing? Why is this traffic not moving is my next question. Ooh. I was listening to Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Can't see where that ambulance is coming from. Winegate. That was corny. I did see that yesterday. I might say that quickly because I am just turning the corner to my destination, but a super short summary. Where's this ambulance coming from? Oh, it's behind me. Shoot. Super short summary is that Kelly was saying that that Rachel was bullying her. I guess the word got to Rachel. Rachel didn't like that, and then Kelly said another slick comment. I excused her first slick comment that she made to Mickey, like "Welcome to the party" or whatever, because I'm like, you're taking that one too far. But then she said to Rachel something like, somebody is getting really worried about that renom. I think that's what Vince said that she said. Somebody's getting really worried about that renom. And then Rachel wasn't happy about that. She took her wine and went to the backyard. And then Kelly came out to the backyard. Rachel was with Ashley and Will. I think it was just Ashley and Will. And then when she was leaving, she was asking, she went over to hug Rachel. Rachel declined the hug. Man, I love Rachel. You know why I love Rachel? Because I'm like that. People see me on this internet and think it's something else. If I don't want to hug you, I'm not going to hug you. If you hug a whole circle of 10 people that are around me and I'm the 11th, don't hug me unless I want you to hug me. If you talk to me and I am not interested in speaking to you, bruh, I'm not gonna speak to you. Like, I'm not that late. I'm only 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late is early as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, y'all, I'm jumping off. I am here. But thank you for your support. And, I'll be back throughout the day. I don't know if maybe I'll take a lunch walk because I didn't get my steps in this morning. So I might get those steps in later. Hi, Chocolate, and hi, Songs of Grace. Hi, Jacob. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content.